Greetings everybody, Okami Games Online. Welcome back to more Danganronpa 2. Last time, we questioned all the people who seem to be characters in Twilight Syndrome murder case, and afterwards, we went to Mahiru's cottage. It looks like someone beat Mahiru to the ending prize, and that's why she played the game in the first place. In this episode, let's see about wrapping up our investigation. Is there anything you need to discuss with Nagito? Did you find out whose footprints those were? Actually, how were you able to find that out? After listening to everyone's story at the airport, I went to a certain place. Well, it's probably better to say I snuck in. To everyone's cottages. Everyone's cottages?
Yep.
I told Monokuma I needed access for the investigation, so he simply let me in. That bastard, he did something shady again.
Now then.
But why did I do something like that? Well, I'll explain my reasoning to you. Nagito squatted down near the entrance to the beach house and began to spread some papers he was holding.
See?
Come on, Hajime, take a look. After all, I went to the trouble of gathering all this. Those footprints. I see. So the reason you snuck inside everyone's cottages was...
Yep.
That's right. I wanted to get a sample of everybody's footprints. And unfortunately, Fuyuhiko wouldn't leave his cottage, so I couldn't complete it. Well, I guess it's no big deal. It seems obvious that the footprints belong to this person. Whose footprints are they?
Yep.
Hiyoko Saionji. Hiyoko's?
Well...
To be honest, the reason I summoned her to the airport was so I could lure her out of her cottage. She shut herself inside her cottage, remember? If she stayed in there, I couldn't sneak in.
Perhaps.
So I figured if I lured her out, she wouldn't be in a hurry to go back to her cottage. You're treating her like a small animal. You know, she's small and she can sometimes act like an animal. But it was totally worth it. The footprint I collected there was smaller than anyone else's, and matched the footprints at the beach house. Yep, there's no mistake. These are Hiyoko's footprints. So apparently Hiyoko ran out of the beach house. Also, it's not like I was snooping around or anything, but I found something really interesting at her cottage. Something interesting?
See?
I found a lot of these candies inside her room. They're gummy candies that come in 4 different flavors. Strawberry, melon, grape, and orange. It looks like she got it from the supermarket. Apparently she really likes this brand of gummies. There should have been other gummy brands, but she only brought home a bunch of these. People are like that sometimes. There are people who only eat the same brand. Here it's just potato chips. What's wrong with that? Well, it's not clear if this relates to the incident, but I thought I should tell you just in case. Just in case. Coming from this guy, that means it probably greatly relates to the incident. Gummy bag's been added. Alright, what about you, Sonia? What was your big discovery? Listen, I have big news. Huge, huge news. What's the big news? Remember that Sun Witch Esperito mask that was next to Mahiru's body? Oh, the mask the killer used to hide their face.
Listen.
No, that is not correct. That mask was not just used to hide their face. Then what was it for?
Well?
Sparkling Justice. Huh? Sparkling Justice is a serial killer and self-professed ally of justice, whose name makes mankind shudder. They wear a hero mask at all times. Supposedly, they are a serial killer who only murders other criminals.
That is an order!
Do not look so disappointed, Hajime. You need to be surprised.
Hey.
This Sparkling Justice character. That's the serial killer you were talking about before, right? It's true that the mask we found is a hero mask, but...
Wow!
It is a heroine mask, to be precise. Sun Witch Esperito is a pretty witch girl. See? A heroine.
Anyway,
So you're saying it's possible that this serial killer is the one who killed Mahiru? Which means there's a serial killer hiding among us? I'm pretty sure I've seen a twist like this in some video game. This is stupid. Serial killer, my ass. The killer just used it to cover their face.
That's weird.
But even so, it sure chose something that stands out. That might be true, but
however,
although it's easy to write this off as foolish, it might be best if we exercise some caution. Sonia, can you tell me everything you know about this so-called sparkling justice?
As the light of justice shines upon my mask, I expose the hearts of malevolent evil.
The hell?
Justice complete. The center of justice that is pierced by justice. The lead star of justice that shines in the night sky. That would be me. Sparkling justice!
What was that you just recited? What the heck was that?
Well,
That is Sparkling Justice's catchphrase.
what?
An unknown serial killer has a catchphrase?
Do you have a minute?
I read it in a magazine in the library. There's only ever been one person, a journalist, who has interviewed Sparkling Justice. The article is written in their native language, so I tried translating it.
However,
In the end, that journalist was punished by Sparkling Justice too. No good can come from getting involved with a serial killer. The serial killer might not want to hear that from you. This is all I know about Sparkling Justice. Thanks to the masks, nobody knows their true age or gender, making them a very mysterious individual. Isn't that kind of a stretch? To say that there's a serial killer hiding in our group.
listen.
No, it does not mean they are in our group. It is possible the serial killer was lurking on this island all along before they decided to murder Mahiru.
Well,
That's probably not possible.
I...
But that is the only thing I can think of. I mean, no matter how much I think about it, I simply cannot believe it. That one of us is capable of committing such a horrible murder. No matter how much I think about it, I simply cannot believe it. Sonia. I do understand Sonia's feelings, but it's highly unlikely that there's a serial killer hiding on this island. Well, we might as well at least not brush it off. What about you, Mikan? Did you finish the autopsy? Mikan, you had something to say too, right? Well, compared to the others, what I have to say isn't that important. Bullshit, after what Sonia just said. So please don't get your hopes up and be disappointed. I get it, so just get on with it. I tried my best to perform the autopsy, and I was able to find out Mahiru was definitely killed by a blow to the head. She was probably struck from behind by one blow. Based on the scar, the weapon is clearly the metal black. My English just fell to pieces during that statement. But every dark cloud has a silver lining. As they say, it looks like Mahiru didn't suffer. What does that mean?
Well...
It means her death was instant, doesn't it? There's no doubt that she died instantly. Her death was instant? It sounds a little strange. I think I'd better remember that. Mikan's autopsy report has been added. And there's another thing I found. I'm sorry I started talking on my own. Were you busy right now? Just tell me.
Well...
During the autopsy, I discovered this in Mahiru's pocket. I was going to tell you in person, but I couldn't find you, so I put this in your mailbox. About what we discussed earlier. Is it okay if we change the place and time? I want you to come to the beach house on the second island at 2:30 p.m. It seems there's someone who wants to interfere with our meeting. Let's keep it a secret. Until then, let's try not to see each other for a while. It would be bad if they started suspecting us for no reason. Hiyoko Saionji. This letter. If this letter is real, it would mean Hiyoko met up with Mahiru, right? Plus, Mahiru's estimated time of death was around 3 p.m., and they met 30 minutes prior. Oh, that was Hajime. I just did a dumb. Well, Hajime, congrats, you get Mikan's voice for one line. If we think about what that implies, then... I'm starting to get confused. If it's true, what does it mean? What happened between Mahiru and Hiyoko? That's the letter. And it looks like that's all the time we're getting.
The time for unparalleled hedonism has come to an end! Come! Now is the time to fight the decisive battle! The hostility of fresh blood, the insanity of a contest of wits! The class trial is finally raising its curtain! So meet up in front of Monokuma Rock! Once you're there, please proceed to the underground by taking the elevator located at the secret entrance. I'll see you soon!
Now then.
Looks like it's time. I guess the investigation is over. So it's finally starting. The class trial, where our hopes and the killer's hope will finally clash. But it's alright. Either way, hope will win in the end.
Alright.
Now then, let's go prove it. What's he so excited about? There's no reason to respond to a guy like that. Anyway, we should start heading over. At the trial field where Monokuma is waiting. I have to make my case there.
There is no escape.
We have no choice but to press forward. Now then, let us go. As we talked among ourselves, we left the beach house and Mahiru's body. So, Monokuma Rock. Oh, I think I know where it is. Should be right here. Yep. It's that time of day again! Welcome back to Monokuma Rock. Oh, let me go! Help me! I can't do a good crying voice. It's not in my blood. He's gonna do something crazy to me. I'll be ruined.
Why you?
Hey, shut up and stay put, you stubborn little lolita.
Stop it!
Hey, stop harassing little girls. What's going on?
Sheesh.
Hiyoko was trying to run away, so Monokuma brought her here by force. But Hiyoko's still trying to run away, so Monokuma's trying to wrap her in a full Nelson. Hey, if you don't stay put, I'm gonna make you a part of this island's food chain. Jeez, making me waste my sweet-ass time. But there's another problem to deal with besides this one. Where the heck is Fuyuhiko? That guy, he's totally ditched. He totally ditched my appointment. He pisses me off. You do you, Monokuma. Okay. Hey! His anger changed his form! I'm right here. Huh? Ah, Fuyuhiko, you came. I was worried about you. There's nowhere for me to run anyway, so no matter the ending, I have to accept it, right? But still...
Bastard!
I'm a Yakuza. Accepting defeat is not an option. Fuyuhiko, what does that mean? Well, it's all good. If the trial heats up, it's all good.
Anyway,
Looks like everyone's here, so let us depart now.
see ya later!
I'll go first and be one step ahead of you guys.
This is bad.
Crap, I'm not mentally prepared yet.
Like,
Do you even have to prepare?
Show some spirit!
If you don't have enough power, harness your latent energy. Come on, bring out that energy!
This, too, must be the will of causality.
So it begins. The beginning of the end. Now then, let's keep our spirits high, so we can one day find that shining hope. That's right. I can only... Moving forward is the only option.
You're so evil!
No matter how many times I see it, it's such a bad taste. The worst, the lowest, most brutal taste. I can't imagine how good an escalator would taste. Somehow, I moved my muscles, stiff from fear and nerves, and awkwardly walked onto the escalator. For some reason, my breathing was short, and I was eventually struck by a feeling similar to dizziness. The moment all of us were inside Monokuma Rock. A rumbling sound filled the room, and the surrounding space began to fall. As it shook with a clatter, the elevator we were inside continued to drop. Throughout that drop, I was fluctuating between feeling hope and despair. As if my heart was a rotten fruit, swelling in the sun before it finally goes squish. I suddenly stopped breathing. My consciousness began to fade from the pressure. I tried to endure that pressure by firmly standing on my legs. And after a while, the elevator's vibrations gradually weakened. And then it stopped altogether. Ta-da! Aim! Defeat the boring routine.
So,
I decided to start redecorating. How's it look? Mr. Monokuma's redecoration is awesome, isn't it?
impossible!
It's not like I'd allow you to think otherwise anyway.
That is...
To go to the trouble of doing something this elaborate. Really, what is your true intention?
No!
Nothing, really. Essentially, this killing game is just to kill time anyway. Kill time? To break away from my purpose. That alone is my purpose.
Like...
A purpose is only gonna be a weakness. Those who have purpose are always the weakest ones in the bunch. That's why you guys should forget about such cheap-ass purposes like trying to survive. And enjoy the class trial from the bottom of your hearts! It's starting. The class trial is starting. Mahiru Koizumi, the ultimate photographer. She had an unyielding force of personality, but she was actually very good at taking care of people. Most importantly, she was always straightforward. The person that killed her is among us? I don't want to believe it. I don't want to believe it. I don't want to believe it. But... regardless, We need to find the answer. It doesn't matter if you believe it or not. Because it's the only way. Aside from finding out who the killer is, there is no other way for us to survive. And so, this life-threatening game, or this life-threatening trial, billowing with hope and despair, has begun.
Danganronpa.